Hey guys, in today's video I'll be once again talking about the tropics, particularly Sam, which is now a hurricane. It's a 75 mile per hour hurricane, 993 millibars. We will start getting advisories now on Subtropical Storm Teresa from this disturbance here, pretty much just to the north of Bermuda. So we got the T name as well now for the Atlantic hurricane season. So we're now really only two names away from the end of the conventional naming list for this year's Atlantic hurricane season, so that's impressive as hell. And then behind Sam, even we have another tropical disturbance that has a 50% chance of development within the next 5 days. So looks like we could get the V-name storm, I believe. Let's just make sure here. Yeah, Teresa, and then we have Victor and Wanda. So it looks like the disturbance after Sam will become Victor, the V name, so probably but once it gets off the coast of Africa into the Atlantic. So yeah, we're really gonna have to watch that. But it looks like what is now Teresa really at the 5 p.m. advisory. We'll get the cone for it. It looks like it's going to generally be heading to the north towards Nova Scotia, it seems. So that is this first disturbance that is now Subtropical Storm Teresa. Sam, again, now it's a hurricane, 75 miles per hour, 993 millibars, moving west still at 14 miles per hour, still moving west at a decent clip. Here's the current forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. Expect to become a major hurricane by Saturday at 8 p.m. I would say that it would likely become a major hurricane, honestly, more towards Saturday morning or towards noon. I think it will become a major hurricane definitely prior to 8 p.m. But by 8 p.m., though, between now and 8 p.m., by 8 p.m. it is expected from the National Hurricane Center to become a major hurricane. So this thing is going to ramp up real quickly. And it is now forecast to peak at a 130 mile per hour Category 4. That's pretty intense, pretty strong. Now, it will be moving into a much more conducive environment. The water temperatures, the sea surface temperatures themselves will also start getting warmer, so it will have much warmer sea surface temperatures to feed off of, so that is a good thing. It doesn't really have any problems with shear or anything. The biggest problem it has had lately up to this point is really dealing with dry air intrusion, but it seems like it's really bouncing back from that now, and I will show you actually what it looks like on the satellite imagery. Satellite presentation, satellite loop with the convection and then the visible IR in a second. So you can see here, it's starting to form an eye. We have negative 70, negative 80 degree cloud tops blowing up now all around the center, and you can see that clearing right in the middle there, right in where the center is. It's starting to clear, it's starting to form that eye. So looks like the system is definitely strengthening as we speak. Once again, it did halt a bit over the past several hours, but it does look like it has resumed strengthening. Here's a visible IR on the storm. You can see definitely strengthening with a lot more cloud tops bubbling up, blowing up all around the center. So yeah, this storm is definitely starting to ramp up a good bit once again. The model track guidance for Sam generally keeps it west and then curves it to the northwest and then north more towards out to sea. Now, here's the thing, still the out to sea option, it's really don't know, honestly, if it will either go out to sea or what it will do in interaction with the trough, the upper level low, high pressure. We really don't know still what's going to happen with it. So, here's the CMC ensemble model track guidance. You can see still, like they all really kind of show it more being out in the ocean, but it's with the current singular model trends, it seems like it's trending further to the west. Here's the current now 18Z run of the model intensity guidance for Sam. Category 3, 4, even a couple getting way into 4, near Category 5 intensity, even 1. One model showing that. Which one? Is that the LGEM? Is that the LGEM model? Is that right? No. No, that can't be it. Anyway, in any case, no, it's not. But I don't know which one. I guess it's the Coty model. So that's interesting. But in any case, this system is likely to become quite strong. In any case, aircraft recon will probably get recon into the storm within the next couple of days. Here are the models. We'll show you the GFS, European CMC, and then the HWRF HMON models, two actual hurricane models. So here's the GFS first off, and here we go. Here's Sam. You can see GFS has it really start to intensify moving forward as it heads towards the north and west, just to the north and east of the Leeward Islands. The GFS keeps it just away from the trough and upper level low, and a system that forms off of the upper level low off the mid-Atlantic northeast coast, and doesn't really have it interact and keeps it out to sea. But here's it's kind of a big but, honestly. European model, 12Z run. I'm sure we've all seen it at this point. Look at this. There's the upper level low with the disturbance of the upper level low, the high pressure, all of that, and it brings it way farther to the west, right offshore of New England and hitting Nova Scotia, heading into Canada. So again, as I kept saying, northeast New England areas definitely really need to still keep an eye on Sam. Sam is definitely potentially a threat for that area. We're of course we're not certain that it will hit the northeast New England, as we are not still certain that it will just go out to sea either. So both options are still on the table. Here's the Canadian model, shows a similar story to what the European model shows. In fact, shows it heading west and gets swung in. In fact, it gets caught up the most with that disturbance of the upper level low and gets swung into New England. That is truly one hell of a sight, to be honest. So we are really gonna have to keep watching this, keep watching this real close. So that's truly interesting stuff there. So yeah, man, we're really gonna have to watch this, especially heading into the weekend into early next week. All right, here's the HWRF hurricane model. And we move this forward in time, shows it strengthens a lot more, heading all the way until now we're heading into Monday now, this upcoming Monday. And then we keep it going all the way until next Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. So the storm is definitely set to intensify and will likely become a Category 3, Category 4 hurricane. That is, that's a significant system, for sure. Here we go with we'll bring it back with the HMON model. Move this forward, as you just saw, it shows it definitely strengthening. The eye itself looks like currently, as it starts to form, it will be quite small. It will end up likely becoming a fairly decently sized eye. Probably won't be too large, and it also likely won't be all that small. It won't be a real small pinhole eye either. But you can see the HMON model shows it even stronger, getting it stronger than what the HWRF model shows, getting it down into the 940s millibars, and not down to 947 millibars, gets it below 950. So this storm, for sure, certainly could get quite strong. We are really going to have to watch how it progresses over the next few days, and definitely from how it looks now, it definitely looks like it's become a good bit stronger. Probably now a stronger Cat 1, even now towards a weak Cat 2 even, I would say. So we're really going to have to watch this really closely. Let's go to the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. We've now had 19 named storms now. Teresa has formed, according to the National Hurricane Center. They'll start issuing their actual advisories on it starting at 5 p.m. within the next half hour. So we're now at 19 named storms for the hurricane season, 7 hurricanes, 3 major hurricanes. 158 total fatalities thus far this season. Total damage is now at $54.448 billion. It's now a little bit more of a devastating season, damaging season than last year's season, even 2020, which cost at least $51.146 billion. That is very interesting, to be honest, with how active 2020 was compared to this year now. We're only in September. We're already getting towards the end of naming list, just like 2020 was this time last year. But this time last year, 2020, it was already entering the Greek alphabet. So that is one thing to note. But the differences between these two seasons. Then again, they're both quite active seasons up to this point anyway. So ACE value now is at 82.9 units. It's likely still going up now, especially now that Sam's a hurricane. It's going to start producing a lot more ACE. And yeah, it's still also kind of taking its time. It's just moving slow enough where it's taking days and days to cross the MDR and getting towards the Lesser Antilles areas, Puerto Rico areas. So So Sam is a hurricane, 75 miles per hour, 993 millibars. It's likely a little bit stronger now, especially with how it looks. Teresa is active now, Subtropical Storm Teresa, the first actual subtropical storm of the season. All of the other systems that we've had thus far have been fully tropical. This is the first one, first initiated as a subtropical storm, so it's quite interesting there. We'll see. It looks like Teresa, for the storm that it is, won't really impact or damage, won't really cause too many problems for anywhere, to be honest. Sam, on the other hand, that is a bigger question mark, but does seem like it could end up impacting areas, could end up impacting Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico area. Well, maybe less so Puerto Rico, but the Lesser Antilles, it depends on how close it gets to that area, and then eventually, way down the line, who knows how much it could impact the U.S. and even Bermuda. Bermuda looks like it could be impacted by the system for sure, to some degree. So that as well. We have to watch with Sam. Looks like again Sam. Yeah, we'll be getting that 5 p.m. advisory in very shortly. I don't think it's come in yet. Let's check. No, it hasn't gotten in, but it will be in probably within the next 25 minutes. So. We'll see what Sam's intensity is by that time. Teresa will be issued, first advisory for Teresa will be issued as a subtropical storm. They did note that the sustained winds within the system, note on the north side of the center, is around 40 to 45 miles per hour, I believe they said. So fairly decent subtropical storm already at its initiation, so that's quite interesting. Again, we will continue over the next. Again, probably the next week, honestly, plus, especially, we'll be tracking Sam. We'll also track Teresa for the next, 2-3 days or 4 days that it's in existence. But really, our main focus will be Sam over the next week plus, honestly, because it will, in fact, be lasting through the end of next week, through the end of the next work week into the next weekend, and even into the following week as it starts to really approach potentially offshore of the northeast New England areas. So we are going to be tracking Sam for a very, very long time. So it will be fun to track with you guys. Can't wait to keep you guys updated on Sam as we move forward through the rest of this week, the rest of what's remaining the rest of this week, and into all of next week, and even into at least the beginning portion of that following week. So we're gonna be tracking Sam for a long time, guys. So I really, if you guys like this kind of content, if you want to keep updated on Sam, to get up-to-date information on Sam, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking the video down below. Of course, again, I will say that I am keeping comments off. I've already explained this a couple of days ago, my first video back after like 3 weeks. So, again, you guys who watched that video know why I turned the comment section off. But again, please consider to like the video, subscribe to my channel to get future updates on Sam, as well as if you like this kind of content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.